Vous êtes en décryptage sur Africa 24, bienvenue. En marge de la visite officielle du secrétaire général de l'Organisation des pays exportateurs de pétrole Opep en Guinée équatoriale du 11 au 13 septembre 2022, nous recevons aujourd'hui Haitham Al Ghais, secrétaire général de l'Opep. La place qu'occupe l'Afrique au sein de l'Opep, le mandat 2023 de la Guinée équatoriale à la présidence de l'Opep, les perspectives de développement du marché du pétrole en Afrique sont entre autres les sujets abordés dans cette édition. Son Excellence Haitham Al Ghais, secrétaire général de l'Organisation des pays exportateurs de pétrole, merci de nous rejoindre sur Africa 24. Quel bilan tirez-vous de votre première visite en Guinée équatoriale en tant que secrétaire général de l'Opep? Quels en ont été les principaux objectifs?
Well, first of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to the esteemed government of Equatorial Guinea, who have actually given me a formal invitation to visit the country. It's a privilege and honor to be able to accept this invitation, and this is why I'm here at the invitation of the government. I had the honor to meet with His Excellency the President and His Excellency the Prime Minister and all the officials in the oil sector, led by His Excellency the Minister of Mines and Hydrocarbons, His Excellency Gabriel Mbaga Lima. So the objective is, as Equatorial Guinea assumes the presidency of the OPEC conference in 2023, it is important for the Secretary General to be in touch with the country that will hold the presidency, to go through the plan of action for the whole year, which is what we did today in great detail, following initial meetings we had virtually over the past couple of weeks. We had very good discussions on what we aim to achieve together, how Equatorial Guinea will continue, along with other member countries, of course, of OPEC, to play a role in the ensuring that the market remains stable and balanced, which is in the interest of everybody, including oil-producing countries, consuming countries, and the global economy.
Comment décririez-vous le rôle actuel de la Guinée équatoriale au sein de l'Opep? Comment envisagez-vous son évolution à l'avenir?
Well, actually, let me start by saying that my visit to Equatorial Guinea is a visit to Africa, and it's my first destination as new Secretary General to establish the ties with the African continent, with the African players in OPEC and in the wider group of the non-OPEC cooperation. We have, as you know, 7 African countries, member countries of OPEC, including Equatorial Guinea, who is the newest country that has joined recently, only in 2017, but quite an active player in all the different fora and venues of OPEC, whether it's the Economic Commission Board, which is a technical body that discusses market outlooks, long-term studies and analysis, as well as the Board of Governors, which is the governing body of OPEC, where the governor plays a distinctive role, and the audit committee within OPEC, and of course the highest level, which is the ministerial conference meeting, where His Excellency the Minister is indeed a very active minister and participates very actively with all the meetings with his fellow ministers from the other countries, not only the OPEC countries, but also the wider group with the 10 producers from non-OPEC. And this is the role that the presidency will be taking always, especially next year in 2023, that Equatorial Guinea is going to play a more active role as the president of the conference.
L'Opep s'inscrit en faveur des questions environnementales. Comment l'Afrique peut-elle davantage contribuer à la préservation de l'environnement dans un contexte de pauvreté énergétique alarmante?
Actually, you are absolutely right. This is very alarming indeed. And this is one of the key things that OPEC advocates for, the voice for all its member countries, including, of course, its African member countries. When we look at the figures for Africa, the numbers are actually alarming. We're talking about a population of almost 1.2 billion, with 600 million without access to electricity, almost 900 million without access to clean cooking, modern cooking fuels. And this is not in line with the UN SDG number 7, which talks about sustainable, affordable, and modern access to energy. This is critical. Now, our member countries are all equally very careful and very involved with environmental concerns and adhering to climate change objectives. We have a lot of countries where there are programs related to hydrogen technology, a circular carbon economy, renewable energy as well. So OPEC member countries are fully on board in terms of achieving climate goals and targets. We are actively involved in the UNFCCC discussions, in the COP discussions, and this we believe are proper platforms that we can make OPEC have a louder voice. The member countries of OPEC have a louder voice and a say in these discussions. We cannot be excluded in these discussions. Africa, member countries of OPEC, all of them have to be represented and have to be heard. And this is what we will try to achieve in the COP27 discussions in Egypt, and hopefully also next year in COP28 when it will be held in the UAE, which is a member country of OPEC.
L'Opep a célébré le 14 septembre 2022 son 62e anniversaire. Souhaitez-vous partager quelques mots à cette occasion historique?
Yeah, thank you for raising this. This is indeed one of the issues that we highlighted today in my high-level discussions with the senior government officials headed by His Excellency the President of Equatorial Guinea. The rich history of OPEC over 62 years. On September 14th, we will celebrate that in 1960, 5 founder fathers, we call them the founding fathers, came together and met in Baghdad and created what is today known as OPEC. This was 62 years ago. A rich history with eventful history. You're talking about wars, calamities, natural disasters. Yet this group of countries has stayed united, remained focused on their noble objective, which is achieving and maintaining oil market stability. The stability of the market is not just for the benefit of the producing countries and the member countries, but it's benefit of the wider global economy. Oil is a source of energy that fuels economic growth that is required. Oil will continue to be required. This is our latest outlook in OPEC. We have a flagship document called the World Oil Outlook. It will be published, the newest version will be published in the end of October. Preliminary outlooks and forecasts show that oil will remain a dominant player in the total energy mix at around 30% of the global energy mix. And with that objective in mind, OPEC has always achieved its goal of maintaining stable supplies, sustainable supplies, and affordable supplies to the global consumers and to the world market. So we are proud in OPEC to be celebrating our 62nd anniversary on September 14th. We are proud that OPEC has new members. From Africa alone, actually, we have had 3 new member countries join in the last 6-7 years. Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon has rejoined. They are all important players in the affairs of Africa, in the affairs of OPEC, excuse me, and they complete the whole circle with the other producers from other parts of the world, whether it's Latin America, we have Venezuela, whether it's in the Middle East. All of them together have the same noble objective. And we believe the best days for OPEC still lie ahead as the concentration in the future for energy demand continues. The requirement for oil, we are firmly a believer in OPEC that the requirement for oil as a part of the global energy mix will continue, and therefore OPEC has a major role to continue to play, and we look forward for the African nations. I'm sure they will continue to play a dominant role in the affairs of OPEC in the future.
Son Excellence Haitham Al Ghais, Secrétaire général de l'Organisation des pays exportateurs de pétrole, merci d'avoir répondu à nos questions.
Thank you very much.
Merci à vous d'avoir suivi ce décryptage. Restez sur Africa 24 pour les prochaines éditions.